Hi, everybody. I'm Naomi. Um, if you're here, probably it's because you know me. Maybe you follow me on Instagram or something. I don't know. I'm there as the Scribe if you wanted to find me. Not like I post a whole lot, but I'm gonna get better at that. But I was inspired to hang out with you guys today. Um, if there's anybody there. Is there anybody there? I don't know. But I was inspired to actually come on and make this video today because I just feel like I selfishly need a space to tune in, get back into my own space, and then I would just love to give that to somebody else, you know, offer a space where um, you can also tune in with yourself and the messages that come in today, because I'm going to pull some cards. I was actually thinking to call this like Tune In Tuesday. Tune in, tune up, tune out. I don't know, whatever you want. But yeah, just a slow down moment in the day to just kind of check in, get a reading, see what's up, hang out with me a little bit, and see what's going on. Uh yeah. So I'm going to light this candle. I like to light a candle in space like this where we can all ooh, look at that smoke. Where it's so dim. Guys, help me. Help me brighten it up. Help me brighten it up. If you're watching today, today is May 3rd. There was big news today that just feels like the world is just a little, it's heavy. It's heavy right now. And so yeah, our light is dim. There's a message in that we need to brighten our own light inside. We need to brighten ourselves, because the only way that the earth and the people and the humanity and the planet and just everything, it needs our light to be bright and shining. And the only way to actually see that in the world is if we are that. So okay, anyway, let's try really hard to get this light shining bright by the end of the video. Hopefully we can kindle this little flame and get it going. It's actually already starting to go a little bit, but it's still so small. So we've got work to do. I'm gonna light some sage. I'm actually gonna use our little candle to light some sage. This is sage that I grew myself. Sage is actually quite easy to grow. And when you grow it yourself, you can really nurture that connection. So here we go. Some sage for you. Today feels like a sage day. Releasing whatever needs to be released, and then sage feels both, it just kind of cleans the room, it cleans the space, but it opens the door. I feel like sage is actually kind of like a gatekeeper. And so it clears out whatever rubbish is in the way of that gate, and then you can invite in the energy that you do want. And so just take a moment for a second for yourself, for your family, for your community, your pets, any loved ones that need this at the moment. And of course, just humanity itself and every being everywhere. Just take a moment to invite in whatever it is that will nurture you the very most, even if you don't really know what that is. even if you don't have a solid idea of what do I need? What do I want? Well, most of the time we're in the space that we're in because we don't know what we need and we don't know what we want and we're all confused and we're tangled. So let's let the sage, let's let this space tune us in to what do we need. And then from there, once we get our needs met, what do we want? And then from there, our desires being fulfilled. How can I step into a role that would greater serve humanity and everyone here and my own well-being? How can I step into the best self, the best version of myself? Let's just invite that in. Let's just take a second. And even if you are out and about doing dishes, whatever it is that you're doing while listening to this, I just invite you to ground. And grounding, I'm making sure this ember doesn't catch all the rest of the sage in the bowl. Grounding actually is something that comes completely natural to you. It's to all of us. And even if you are driving, even if you are walking around, walking your dog, it doesn't really matter. Grounding, I feel, in my opinion, and of course, I love to hear other people's opinions. Just get into your body. Just get into your body. So just feel your breath whatever you're doing. Just feel that breath go in and expand, and just feel that breath go out, contracting. And just feel how your body takes shape in this world. Just feel how you are part of the world around you. First, taking account of who you are. I see my reality. And then taking a look around, I see the world around me. And you can just become an observer of the world around you. You don't need to fix anything, do anything right now in this moment. Just gift yourself with the ability to be, to just be. No need to fix, no need to do anything. And that can literally just take like 5 seconds out of the day just to do that for yourself. And this is not really just for yourself. You're doing this for everyone else out there too. So when you tune into yourself, you're also doing it for me. Please do it for me. Do it for your neighbors. Maybe drive you crazy. I know mine do. So I'm taking a deep breath and just relaxing into all that is. And knowing that in the crazy, in the beauty, that everything is exactly as it needs to be right now for us to see what we need to see. So, all right, on that note, can hopefully grab a cup of tea. Today, I've got my Lady Grey tea. And I've also got some chia seed pumpkin pie pudding that I just learned to make. I am not a okay, I won't really say that I'm not like a person in the kitchen, but I'm not a kitchen witch. Let's just face it. I love the kitchen. I don't like cleaning the kitchen. Ugh. So when the kitchen is messy, which it often is, I don't want to cook in there. But anyway, I made myself some yummy chia pumpkin pie pudding, and it is interesting and kind of delicious. I'm getting used to the healthier things. I'm making better choices for my body. Okay, anyway. Better choices every day. And sometimes those better choices are funny things like chia seeds, or I don't know, going on here and pulling cards for whoever you are. Okay, so interesting. You know, I was going to take a second and tune in with and call in the guides and the ancestors, which I love to do. And a card like popped out right away. So the card that popped out is decide. Decide. We all have the power to decide what we want, what we need. And that's so powerful. So, you know, with anything that we do, if we decide, if we choose to do a certain thing, we are taking our power back. So with anything, let's say, honestly, this is something big that happens with a lot of us, is that we mindlessly, endlessly scroll on the phone. And all of a sudden we look and we're like, we've been here for like 20 minutes or something. I don't even know how long. And I've been sitting like a zombie. Why? I've just, and then you can go into the spiral of like, I just wasted all my time, blah, blah, blah. You can beat yourself up. Or you can choose. You know, right now, what I really want to do is I want to sit and mindlessly scroll. Boom. You just took your power back. But then you've also can kind of check in with a deeper part of yourself where it's that, is that really what I want to do? Is that the best way that I can see using my time? So it's a choice. It's a choice. So it sounds like today we're tuning in with the power of our choice. And so these are small little things, big, big, big things. And so I think today, the word of the day is decide. Yeah, deciding what you want to do. All right, so with that, you know what? I'm going to decide to call in my guides, your guides, my higher self, your higher self. We're going to call in the directions. We're going to call in the east and the west and the north and the south and above and below. And within this space, we are connected to all spaces. We just made a really cool little bubble. And so this space will be a timeless space where we can come in and out as we friggin' decide. And so the messages that are going to come through, my intention for the messages that come through is that they be words that can nurture you and give you clarity on if there is something that you need to decide right now, whether it be a big or small thing, that these messages that come through really give you clarity, that the messages that come through put you into your deeper knowing of yourself and your divine magical spark. So just feel into that, your divine magical spark. So, okay. What cards? Which ones today? Okay. I like these. I hand make all my little I love hand making things. And so these cards, I actually repurposed some of my daughter's old clothes. And so inside the bag, we've got a little face. Oh, I can't get it. Can you see the little kitty face? It just makes me so happy when I open up this card, this deck of cards, because not only am I about to pull some cool cards, but I also get like a little like sentimental feeling. Yeah. Okay. So these are from the Ancestor Oracle. I'll post if I can remember. Oh my goodness. I'll try to post the cards that I use down in the description. Okay. So here we go. Um, let's call in a guide for us today. Who's guiding us today? Oh, wow. That just popped right out. The shaman. Trust in the higher forces. Hmm. Okay. So let's see what shaman has to tell us today. Let's tune into that. And there, with the word shaman, I also like to think of them, you know, there have been shamans in every single culture, every origin um, of people going back as far as we can possibly imagine. There have been people, and whether you call it a shaman, medicine person, witch, strega, there's so many different words that depict this energy. This is an archetypal energy. And this archetypal energy is of being in tune with the subtle realm. And so many times these were people that could listen very, very carefully to the ongoings of the world around with the elements, listening to the wind. I mean, maybe you guys have experienced this where you're doing something outside. There's just some kind of magical phenomenon where and then the wind kind of picks up. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, tuning into that part of yourself, that part of yourself that is your inner medicine person, your inner healer, um your ability to tune your radio antenna to those more subtle frequencies. And this could also be of the Akash. This could be your animals, your plants. Perhaps they also have healing for you. I know animals are so incredibly healing. Yeah, so maybe taking a moment with a pet or a favorite tree or a flower outside that you come across, just taking a moment to step out of ordinary time and into extraordinary time and actually listen to the beat of your own heart, the beat of your inner guide, your drum. Because the shaman is known, and that's probably why he's carrying this man is he has a medicine shield, or it also could be a drum. but listening to the heartbeat and tuning into your heart. Oh, one very easy way to get something that's called like mind and heart coherence is you can actually just tap your heart, or you don't have to tap if that doesn't feel good. You can also just put your hand on your heart, something that gives you that tactical feeling of I am connecting to my heart space. And once you feel that, you can also just then connect to your mind and doing these gentle, like rub, little gentle scratches, get the fluff in your hair going. But or just squeezing. Not only does this feel really good, and I think partly why it feels really good is because it gives our brains a freaking break to stop. You like literally like stop thinking for a minute and you start breathing. And when you actually stop thinking for a second and breathe, you are literally quieting the mind and getting into the heart, the breath, heart, intricately linked. Okay. Wow. All right. So, yeah, heart mind coherence is really coming through really strongly, which helps us get clearer on our decisions, right? Like the best decisions that you can possibly make are when your heart and your mind are both saying yes or no. It's, very clear. I mean, sometimes you do need to remove yourself from the situation at hand so that you can actually get your mind quiet for a second, because the decisions that we make from the mind are generally, I mean, wide brush strokes here is that generally the decisions that we make from just the mind are based from past fear, like, oh crap, that didn't work. I don't want to do that again. Or fear of the unknown, of like, well, you know what I'm saying. It's basically we're making decisions from a past version of ourselves that has been wounded. And look at all that mind coherence that really made the hair go everywhere. Electrified hair. But you see what I'm saying? It's like when we tap into, when we get our heart and our mind talking together, that's when we can actually make choices that come from that soul spark, that piece of us that is connected to our higher self, our angels, our guides, our basically our our bigger our bigger self. Because here, walking around Earth School, we tend to walk around as the small self, me, isolated. I'm doing it alone. I'm, like just, all the different all the different pieces where we get into um story and past wounding. Um I'm itching to pull another card. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling so let's get more. Yeah. Oh, I see this one. This one is coming out. So let's see what this one has to say. Oh, wow. So it sounds like maybe there's people in here that have some big decisions that they're facing. And this one is really saying to ask body, ask body, ask your body. Ask your body, what do I need? Ask your body, what do I want? We listen to our mind so much that we forget to ask our body, because and our body, look at this beautiful card. This one is from the Threads of Fate Oracle. I'm just in love with these cards. They're just so beautiful. But take a look. This one, the totem is the Jaguar. And look at its third eye just radiating. And it's also this face that it's making. It's kind of interesting. So tuning into that, just really taking a moment to ask your body. And then when you ask your body, look at how the third eye then lights up. It actually becomes that radio antenna that tuned in. I lost my word. You can tune in to the frequency of your higher knowing, into your bigger self. What's beautiful about the Jaguar is that the Jaguar can see like so clearly, and then also not be seen in the jungle. And it is silent, and it prowls, and it stalks its prey, with those beautiful shoulders. I'm just thinking of like the shoulder blades moving on a Jaguar as it like creeps along. And you can kind of think of that as the way that I actually am seeing this is a Jaguar that is stalking these old repetitive patterns in the mind. And that the Jaguar is like the inner observer in the jungles of your mind. And if you let that Jaguar, if you and the Jaguar become more unified in your efforts, it will stop attacking you and actually go after the appropriate prey, which is that little, that buzzing, annoying, repeating loop of a brain. Why did I want to say brain fart? But that repeated, like, it's not going anywhere good brain connection where you're spiraling down the drain, and it's not where you want to go. You end up in a bad mood when you go there. And so let that Jaguar creep along and actually stalk that repeating synapse in the brain. Grab it, chew it up, dissolve it, alchemize it. Oh, which brings me to, this is the perfect time to actually begin this whole all of this, to begin deciding with the heart and the mind in coherence with that inner Jaguar. Because right now in the sky, in the stars, Pluto has now entered retrograde. And Pluto is very, very, very slow moving. And so this is one that it's going to be in retrograde until October. And this is a period of time where it is slowly, it's turning that alchemist Bunsen burner. It's turning it down a little bit, turning it to low, letting everything just settle. But this slow process of burning away over a period of months, we've got yeah, anyway, you figure out how many months that is from May to October. I will not do the thinky mind thing right now. But it is a time for us to actually dissolve away these patterns that keep us stuck in places we are have chosen to be, but now we can choose other paths. We can choose other ways. And so, yeah, use that Pluto energy to dissolve away whatever it is and make medicine out of it. The medicine person. So whatever is coming up in your reality, whatever it is that perhaps if this is about making a decision, a big decision, whatever is coming up is actually a deep mirror for you of you know, you can use that to your benefit, the triggers and things, even with ask body, this could be physical pains or anything that is making your body feel unwell. This could even be mental unwellness that might be happening. And you can actually look at what is coming up for you, the annoyances, the frustrations, and see how you can now use that as medicine to fuel your way forward. And I know that one might be a little um hard to just immediately adopt, but triggers actually are our body's way of alerting us and telling us that something needs our attention. And you can begin to ask it questions. You can begin, again, with ask body, you can begin to ask. Let's say you have, I know this has happened for me over this past couple of years as I step into more of an expressive role publicly. I'm a very private, quiet person. And so stepping out like this has been a throat chakra activation like none other. And so for me, when I had the tightness in my throat, like 2 years ago, literally, I felt like I could not breathe. I felt like my throat was swollen and tight, and it's not like I was sick. This was all energetic. This was coming up for me so that I could ask my throat, why? Why are you going through such pain right now? What is it? And it was about self-expression. The way that it was needing to be cleared was me needing to use my voice and actually express myself. And so my body was giving me the sign that I needed. So listen to your body right now because your body will help you make that decision, whatever the decision is that you are faced with. And so I think for the last card that I want to pull right now, um, oh, by the way, um, Pluto is in Capricorn. So you can take a look at your chart, your natal chart, and you can see and look where Pluto is. If you look for Capricorn, you will find in transits. So if you plug in the day today, um, and obviously ongoing until October rolls around, you can plug in the day and then take a look at the transit. And it will show you where Pluto is hanging out in your natal chart. And you can see, if you take a look at where that is, what house, that will give you a little bit more information about what it is that Pluto is coming to help you dissolve, transmute, to basically turn something from lead into gold over these next few months. So, yeah, I encourage you to take a look and see. And depending on how many people actually participate with this part, but if you wanted to drop, you know, what if you do this and take a look at your chart and you can see where it is. If you put that in the comments, I'd be happy to give you like a small little like tidbit of like what does that actually mean? What's that about? So, and of course, this is just looking at one small sliver of your chart. So this is like a very small piece of the puzzle that makes up the magical you. But it is really good it's a good useful tool because um, I just see astrology as a tool so that we can see um, how the gravity, like if you think of all of the celestial bodies in the solar system, we are intricately woven together. If Pluto suddenly disappeared, I know we tried to get rid of it as a planet, but it will continue to rotate, and so we can't actually get rid of it. But if it suddenly flashed out of existence, the warp and the weft of time and space would be different, and we would experience some shift, some change here on Earth in a literal way. I don't have the science around like what would that actually be like if the planet was gone, but I'm sure maybe there's people out there that have actually thought through that and maybe made fun like videos on it. So, but that would be kind of interesting. Anyway, so tangent there of take a look at your chart and see how Pluto is pulling on your energy, because it is pulling on your energy, literally. We just don't often think that far out into space. So, okay. I don't know what this is. I didn't even ask, but I'm asking these next cards are brand new. These are from Rebecca Campbell, the Rose Oracle. And right now the roses are just in bloom. It feels so good to see them and then to also just bury your face in a delicious rose. There's the most magnificent purple rose outside, and I just stuff my entire face in this rose. I just want to live in the rose for a little while. There was this lady walking by. I had my dog outside. I had my face. There were two roses. I was like massaging my face with roses. It was divine. And this lady was walking by and she just kind of started chuckling. And what I think is so fun about doing that sort of thing in public for everyone to see how weird you are is that you give permission to other people to do the same. So I hope that that lady, whoever you are, wherever you are, can find some roses to bury her face in. And if you are out there and you find roses, just freaking do that too. So anyway, tuning in to the delicious rose mama that is in abundance right now. I mean, she's always in abundance. She's always in a different cycle, much like the moon. But right now, this cycle that she's in is birth, and like she's rocking it. She is such a beauty. Okay, so let's see what she had to say, because she was very like, she just offered up 3 cards. I like to do this sometimes where I don't even look at them. I just show the screen. Oh, look, they're all upright. Okay, I have to try to read backwards. So held is we're just going to go doot, 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 like a story. Held, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. The anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. And the rose of Venus, There's been lots of Venus energy lately. Alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. So feeling into that, I'm just going to take a look at the cards and really see what the story is. And I think I'm starting to already feel it, is that, first of all, withheld. Held is so beautiful. Held is us being supported and loved by the universe around us, and really feeling that that's, even if you are maybe not witnessing this with your eyes of the support, is that the world is always taking care of you, even when we don't have eyes attuned to how the world is taking care of us. But everything, if you take a look at your past, that everything leading you up into this moment has been something for you to learn, grow, some demonstration of the universe taking care of you. Even if it's been tough struggles, that those tough struggles are a mirror to show you the way forward and the way to decide something new if you choose. This is all about our ability the necessity to choose, because this is actually deeper than um this is deeper than I thought. But that necessity to choose. And then the anointed, answer the call. What's actually calling you? Once you tap in, you tune in to your frequency, your heartbeat, you tune in. What is it that is asking you? Perhaps this ask body, it's asking you a question. What is that question? And can you hear it? And when you do hear it, will you answer it? Will you answer the call that your body is gifting you? And then this alignment. I'm getting some throat stuff again. We're needing some big self-expression. Maybe someone out there watching this also has a big message, self-expression of some sort to offer right now that would greatly benefit others. Because this one, the anointed, this is about leadership, stepping in to your place of inner authority, where you actually take charge of yourself. And when you take charge of yourself, then you then demonstrate that to your community, your friends, family, even if it is subtle, even if this is something you do not speak, but you still demonstrate this in your energy, that when you actually start deciding what it is you do with intent, with your power, then you become a leader. And look, the rose is actually anointing all of us with that. So if you have some rose oil, rose water, or even just a rose, anoint these places in your body, anoint them, and really just she's giving this to us, this, when we tap into these frequencies, they are here and they are alive and they are archetypal, and they are the magic that is within us and outside of us at all times. We can tune into this frequency whenever we want. And just, when we look in one direction or another, we tend to close off the different frequencies. I keep saying frequency because I keep seeing like a radio dial, and that, like the Rose station is hanging out over here playing its mystical Rose music, and then you've got, this other music over here of, say, work, baggage, chore, you name it, the stress, like, the stuff I have to do, the 800 to-do list items that should have all been done yesterday. That, like, okay, both exist at the same time. They're both here. So you can tune the antenna to a frequency of your choosing. So if you suddenly are in this space of, like, again, Pluto is going to be working us. It's going to be showing us what is coming, what's coming up, so that we can make better choices. And do we want to continue making choices out of, like, anxiety, or do we want to, like, I'm feeling whew, yeah, I'm feeling like big anxiety. So whoever's out there that really needs to hear this is that, just, even in those moments when you can't freaking decide, you just don't know, even if it takes 3 seconds, like, grab a cup of water. You can use water as a way to clear energy, this water that is outside of me will become me when I drink it. And so if I actually just whisper, you know, please help me decide, help me get clear, wash away whatever is clouding my focus, wash it away gently, erode away any of these stuck frequencies, wash them, wash them, wash them, like washing a dish that has had some stuff on it from last night's dinner. It's just like wash, 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 wash. But so gentle with like that feeling of a rose. I'm just honestly feeling like let's make some rose water on this, together one of these days. Um, yeah, and but then what happens is that you just encoded that message into the water. And then when you drink the water, then that water has a job. It has a job. You just hired the water to do a job, right? So you just are your own medicine person. And it's so simple. It's so simple. You deciding to do these things. So you encode the water with what you need right now, even if you don't know what I need. Like, I don't know what I need. Help me decide what I need. It's in the water now, and then you can drink it. And then the tricky part is, don't do anything. You need to let that go. Let go of the question. You have dropped it into the water. If you hold on to that question, if you hold on to that anxiety, that, like, I can't decide, I can't decide. If you continue holding on to it, the water cannot do its job. You need to just release it, let it go, and then wait for the answer. Wait. For real, wait. Stop deciding things. Wait and listen. Put your hand on your heart and let the water work its way through, because it needs to work through, dissolve away whatever it is. And honestly, like, once you physically release that water back out into the environment, it's carrying away those things that were clouding your mind, clouding your body, releasing all these different things. So you wait. The hardest part of being human, I think, is waiting. So that last card was alignment, the Rose of Venus. Alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. So this is what's coming for us, or what's already here. There's nothing that is on its way. Everything is here. We'll get into more of those kind of more quantum things further on. But if you think about just that everything is here right now, that means whatever it is that you truly want, and if it is clarity on making a decision, or perhaps you've already decided and now you need to walk down the path to actually get to that point, then you are flowing, and making this alignment will get you greater and greater flow. And you can ride that wave. Okay. I think that is our reading for today. Happy decision making. You all are such powerful, powerful medicine people. Okay, I've got this little spread. I'm gonna have it on my altar for the next I'm deciding 3 hours. I'm gonna have it on my altar for 3 hours, which is, you know, to have something that's a mole. Okay, 3 hours. Creation. So anyway, yeah, it will be there. This, of course, is a timeless reading. So if you're watching this and 3 hours have already passed, you can tune into the time when these were there. And yeah, I will see you again, because I hope to be making more videos for people so that we can connect and hang out. And yeah, I don't know. I'm open to ideas of if there are things that that maybe, a kind of like a collective group conscious mind kind of thing, of like if there are different topics or things that you think would be beneficial to you and people here, then put them down, and I think it'd be great to actually do readings on certain topics. But otherwise, we'll just tune into the energy of what's going around. And who today feels a bit, on the heavier side. So what I would, oh, let's just end with this. Let's end with this. I love these. Yeah. Yeah. This is this little it's my handbook. But what I think is really kind of funny is that it's like basically the same size as my actual hand. I mean, what? Did they know me when they were making this? Super weird. Okay. So anyway, yeah, just my hand at my heart. And then I'm tuning in to all of you. And our last little message for today. Ooh, okay. Make it public. Make it public. Interesting. Okay, well, hint taken for me. This is my first video. I'm gonna make it public. I'm gonna make it so that you guys can see this reading. Actually tell people that I've made it. And then, how does this apply to you? What is something that you need to make public? What's something that you need to actually release? Public doesn't always mean shout it off a rooftop, post it all over every media that you can think of. Public doesn't always mean big. crowds, audience. It means to be witnessed, though. What is something that you need? What's, I'm getting weird, the grammar. What is something that you need to express that needs to be witnessed by another? And this could even be something where, if it is truly something vulnerable, you can take it into the forest and have the trees witness you. You can it doesn't have to, yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be a big audience. But anyway, express it. And this pin, this is interesting. A little push pin. Maybe this is also a sign that you need a gentle reminder to yourself to put it up on your wall somewhere. Maybe if there's like a certain affirmation that's really just making you tune into yourself, put it somewhere where you can see it. Maybe you need to make it public to your own self so that you can remember that, hey, that's right. Um, the one that's coming to me, I have the power to decide, or I make good choices for me and my highest well-being. Put that somewhere where you can see it, even maybe if it's like inside your notebook, where like every time you know, it needs to be more public than that. That was a push pin. That was not a write it down inside a book and forget about it. Nope, that was a push pin. Put it up on the wall. So anyway, put something public. I don't know what it is. I would love to know what, or put it in the little description comments thing that's downstairs. Put it down there where we can begin to actually talk to each other. I'm even feeling like this is an invitation to join the Facebook group that I haven't created yet. So that's my version of make it public, is that I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a place where we can chat and communicate and hang out and talk to each other. So like stay tuned for that, where yeah, I'll invite you there. Okay. All right. Um, that's that. I'm going to eat my chia pumpkin pie pudding and drink my tea now, and also drink my charged water. I'm going to charge it up with my own intentions, my own decisions, my own need for clarity. And then boom. So much love to all of you. Can't wait to connect with you again. And until next time. All right. Bye.